Welcome back, everyone. In our going Flutter MVVM architecture tutorial series, we have covered quite a bit so far. We have implemented exception handling and even written code for GET and POST API requests, which will which we will be using in upcoming videos. Today, we are taking a step further and designing our login screen from scratch. If you have been waiting for that login screen, you are in the right place. I will be explaining everything step by step. So if you are following along with me, then you will know that we have already created two screens in our previous video lecture. So in today we will be designing our login screen here. So in the login screen, we will be adding two text form field and one login button. And we will be exploring all the properties of our text form field. So let's begin. So I will be using a column widget because I want three of widgets. So that is the reason we will use our column widget, which is a multi-chart layout widget. So I will be using my column widget here. In the column we use children, and in the children we will be using text form field here. So when I save this, we will get a text field on our screen. So now let's just decorate our text field a bit. So for that we will be using the decoration property and the input decoration, and in the input decoration we will be using the end text to show our end text in our text field. So end text string, so let's just provide it. We are designing this text field for our email, so we will be just giving the end text as email. So here you go, and you can play with the text form field or whatever requirements you need. You can just customize it with your requirements. So here you see that our text form field is touching our screen from left to side and on the top. So let's just provide some padding to our column widget. Will be giving for here, just take the symmetric, and I will be just giving the uh, padding to horizontal. Here I will be just giving uh, 15. Let's see. Yeah, it is pushed inside the screen, and now I will just make this text form field to center of the screen. For that reason I will be using the main axis alignment property of the column widget in center. So I will be saving it. It will go to the center. So now I need a icon at the left side. So I will be providing the icon, which is prefix icon. So here it is, we will be creating a icon, which is icon um, icons dot email. Yeah, icons, yeah, icons dot email outline. Yeah, email outline. Yeah, I'll be using this and I'll be saving it, and see, um, we are getting a icon on the left of our text font field. So now I need to give the border from whole side. So I will be just giving a border, which is border and the outline border, and here I will be just providing some radius so that the corner of our text font field should be a bit rounded. So for that reason I will be using border radius and dot radius circular, and I will be giving 15 radius to um, the text font field. Yeah, now you see it is looking a bit good. And when I click the border, will the border color will be um, will matches with our theme color, so it is looking good. So now the hint text style and the icon color is not matching with our theme, so for that reason we will be providing the same color as our theme. So that will be hint style and the text style and the color. So now here comes a very important concept that um, from the first day we were using the colors.dpurple, so we were hard coding the color here. So uh, this is not a good practice. For example, suppose if you get a project from your client, so you uh, hard coded the colors on every pages. So for every text field you will hard code the colors. So if your client asks you to just to change the color, so he or she is not liking um, the color scheme, so it will be much difficult for you to change the color from each and every page from your entire project. So for that reason we are using our MVVM architecture. So we need to create a separate class for our colors scheme. So we will define our colors in a different class. So here on the utils directory I will be creating a new dart file which will be utils.dart. In this dart class we will be defining our application colors. So here I will be using the static. So for that reason it will be easy to access these colors from each and every other pages. So static color, the int text style color, which will be our colors dot purple. So yeah, we need to import our material dart package here, so we can access the colors of material, so which is our deep purple. And here you go, we have just defined the color for this, and we will just provide the color to our in-text style. So I will also be defining another color which will be the icon color, and I will be just changing the name, and the color will be same as our theme color, so which will be icon color. Yeah, so now I will be just defining the button color. So in future we also need a color for our button. So button color is equal to colors dot deep purple. Yeah, and the is another color I will be defining for text of the button color button text color. Yeah, we will be using our white color simply for our color. So here I will make it simple. Yeah, here you go. Now we will be using our these static colors, these custom defined colors in our all application. So here I will be just um, calling my class, which was f colors. So here hint textile color, and I will just save it. You see the color will change accordingly. So here I will be just providing the icon color also, which will be head color, and there will be icon color. And here you go. We are done with creating custom colors and using them in our application. So this is um, this is because MVVM architecture is necessary, and all the codes we write with all the codes are reusable. All the codes will be reusable and we can use them from our entire application, and no codes will be uh, repeated or duplicated. So that is why we use MVV architecture to clean our code and reduce. Uh, yeah. So now I need another text prompt field for my password field. So I will be just um, copying this the email text prompt field, and I will be just pasting it under there, and I will just save it. See, now we require some spaces between both of the text prompt field, so I will be just using our sized box height, and I'll be using 20 for that reason. Yeah, I will use the const keyword also, and here I will change the password, and you can also give labels to your uh, direct text form field. So here you can give labels also. So I will be providing the label, which is our password, and I will be just saving it. And now see, when I click on this text form field, label um, occurs here, and you will see label password. So it is looking quite good. So we will also provide the label text to our email field. So here you go, email. So yeah, now here is the thing. So you see, when I click on email field and I will be clicking the done button, um, so happy Siri, and I'll be creating the done button. So you see the focus is not going to our next form field. So here when I click on this done button, it should go to this text form field. So to maintain the or to manage the focus, so we need to create focus node first. So let's just create our focus nodes, which will be focus node, and that will be our email focus node, and which will be our focus node. Yeah, so we will just making this final to read of this warning. So I will be just copying and pasting this, which will be our password focus node. So we need to provide the focus node in our text form field. So uh, in the email field we will be just providing the email focus node, and here in the uh, password text form field we will be providing focus node to our password focus node. Yeah, now when I click on done button, it the if the focus is on our email text form field, so it should go to our password. So here when I'm clicking, the focus is not going anywhere. So uh, how can we handle this? Yeah, let's come to our text form field, and here is let's see where it is. Yeah, let's just save this. You will see on field submitted. On the on field submitted, when the field is submitted, so uh, the focus should be changed. So when we write this function on this from this field, uh, for this field, and in the and on other fields, so if we write it in one place, it will not be reusable. So I want that if I write this code, it should be reusable, so I can um, be able to use this code in our entire application. So for that reason I will be creating this function or this logic in another class, so that it could be, be reusable to our entire application. So I will be going back to my utils class, and here I will be defining another class which will be utils, and here you go, I will be just creating a void function which will be focus node, mm, on change focus node, and I will be just providing so this requires a builder or the context. So let's just provide the build context, which is our context. It requires a context, and it also requires the current node and the next node where the focus should go. So we will be just defining current, so current focus node and the next focus focus node. And here I will be just defining my body. So the current, if the done button is clicked, so the focus from the email field should be unfocused, and the focus should go to our password field. For that reason we will just unfocus our this for current focus, which will be unfocused focus. And now we will go to our um, next focus, where we'll be using focus scope here. Focus FOC focus scope, and we will be using the context dot of context, and focus the requested focus is our next focus. So here you go. We are done with creating our logic, and we will be just using that function on. So let's check the name on change focus, on change focus node. Yeah, so let's just take the context, the current node, which is our email focus node, and the next node, which is our password focus node. So just the method on focus on undefined. Yeah, we need to just import our class. Yeah, so let's just check why we are getting. Yeah, their class is also implemented. Yeah. We need to call it with utils dot on focus change. So here we go. We are done with implementing and managing our focus thing. So let's just restart our application and see if it is working or not. Yeah, I will be just when I write something here and I will be just clicking on this. Now see our when I'm clicking the done button on my keyboard, the focus is going to our next point field. So the focus is working fine. So now we will be working on our password text form field. So here I will just change this icon to my lock icon. Lock LOCK. Uh, lock. So let's just see lock outline. LOCK. See, yeah, this is quite good. And in the password field, when I type something, the text is appearing, so that it should not be appear like this for the privacy reasons. So the text of the password field should be hidden. So for that reason, we will be using the obscure text to true, and when I save this, the text will be disappeared. So we can just change the characters of password field. What character should be shown when the user type on the text prompt field. So I will be using asterisk. So you can use whatever uh, your requirement is. So in the password text prompt field, we need a button of hi. When I click on that button, the text should be shown. If I click again, the text should be disappear again. So for that reason, we will be using another icon which is called suffix icon, and in the suffix icon I will be just copying this and I paste this, and I will just use the icon visibility. So visibility outline. Yeah, that is visibility outline. Yeah, I will now save this, and you see a icon when I click this button, it should the text should be shown. If I click again, the text should again be disappeared with the asterisk character. So for that reason, we will be just creating a variable at the top. For that, we need to use our value notifier. So I have used this in my previous lectures on uh, provider series. So here I have just used this value notifier in example. So if you have not watched that series and that video, so please go and watch them. um, the provider series is very much simple, so you can get them in a Okay, we will be just defining a variable name which will be obscure or text, and that will be very value notifier, and the value at the initial value will be true, so I will just make it true, and I will also provide the return type to bool. So I will make this final, and now to use this obscure text we require to wrap all the password widget with the uh, notifier listenable builder. So let's just do that. Value listenable builder, and we will be providing, sorry, obscure text here, and we will create the builder part here. So the builder is here, so it needs a context, a value, and a child, so we will just return our text form field here. Yeah, now let's cut this text form field and return it under the value listenable builder. So here I will put a semicolon, and yeah, now now I need to make this button clickable, so I will do some actions on pressing this button. So let's just wrap it with a widget which is called a gesture detector widget, gesture detector, and it gets the home tab functionality, and we will be just so here the obscure text dot value is equal to not obscure text dot value. So here if the button is clicked, so it should store the opposite value to our obscure text. If it is true when this button is clicked, it should be false. If it is false when it is clicked, it should be true. So this is the simple logic. So now here we will be just uh, defining the icon. So here if obscure text dot value is true, just show this, or if it is false, just show another icon which will be the visibility of, yeah, I will be just saving it. And now let's see, when I type something here, uh, and when I click here, oh, nothing happened. Yeah, so yeah, we have just provided a hard coded true, so that is the reason uh, it was not changing to. So we will provide the obscure text dot value here, and I will be just saving this. And now let's see the magic. When I click this button, and in this button the text disappears, and the text appears again on our text form field. So now here we are done with the text form field, and one more thing, when writing on email text form field, so here for the user experience, when I am typing my email, the at the rate should be present on my email. So we can also do this by just changing the keyboard type. The keyboard type here, the input type should be email, and now I will be just saving this, and let's see, we will see at the rate sign in our keyboard, so it will be easier for the user to type the email or the at the rate kind of something. So here you go. Now we will be creating our button. So we also need this button um, in multiple pages, for example in the sign up pages and the forget password button, or whatever or wherever in the entire app we require our button. The button should be same as exactly with the styles. So we will be creating our button, which will be a reusable button. We can use that button um, in all our application. So I will be just coming to my resource directory, and I will be just creating a new directory and name it components, and I will just save it, and I will be creating a new dot file which will be rounded button dot, and here I will be just creating a stateless class here, and name it rounded button. So now a button needs a title or on press function method, and loading when the button is clicked. If in the backend something is happening or something is being fetched by pressing this button, so in place of the text or the title, loading something should be shown on our button. So for that reason I will be just creating the final text and the string title and function, which will be our void callback function, and I will be naming it on press, and here I will be just final bool loading, and I will just include my final variables to my constructor. So I will be just making this loading to optional, and I will initialize it with false. At the first our loading is set to false, so the button on the button the text should be shown. So here I will be using a container to decorate my button or to create a button. For that reason I will be just using the box decoration property of our container, and I will be just giving the height to 50, and here I will be just giving a width of double dot infinity. Whatever space is available, just take that, take all the spaces. So I will be just using the color, so I just define the color for my um, button. So here is the button, and so we will just call um, our this button to that should be shown on our screen, so that will be much easier to decorate it. So let's just call that button. Here I will be just using a sized box height 20. So here I will be just calling my rounded button, and I will be just providing the title login and the on press function. So I will just save this and see I will got the button on my screen. So now we will just design it. So here we need our button corner to be rounded, so we will just use the border radius all to 15, and I will be just saving it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, now it is looking quite good. And mm, now we will be just providing the title. So there is the child const center text, child text, and the text should be the title. We will be removing the const keyword here, and we will be just styling the text. So the text color, head color, the button text color, and we will just provide a size to it, font size to 80, and we will be just saving this. So here we have just created a reusable button for our entire application. So now it also requires the on press function, so when it should be clickable, so we will just wrap this container with our gesture detector button, gesture detector widget, and on tap functionality, and we will just provide our on press. So now here comes when I click on this button, the loading should be true, and if something is being on the backend side, so it should show a circular indicator. So for that reason I will be just uh, putting a condition here, loading is true, so just show a circular progress indicator, and if the loading is false, just show the text. And we will be just creating the color, and here we will be using the colors dot white. I will be just saving this, and you see now our whole um, the login screen is ready. But when I am clicking on the login button, when the fields are empty, so it is being clicked. So it should not be like this when the fields are empty. We need to put some checks. If the field is empty, there should be uh, a error message on our screen that your email field is empty or your password field is empty. So for that reason, we will be just creating um, uh, putting some checks um, on our login screen. So here you can use the form to by default it will check the validity. If these are empty, it shows a message under that the fields are empty. So you can also do it with the forms, but if you want to do it manually or customize it with more functions or more functionality, so you can also do that. So we will be doing that. So we will just check have email. So yeah, for both fields, when I write on, sorry, so in the email field, when I write something, the text here should be uh, stored in some controller. So we also need to create two controllers for both of text form fields. So we will be just creating two text form field here, text editing controller and email controller. The email controller will be our for our email text form field, which will be text editing controller. Yeah, I will be just copying and pasting this and just replace the name here, so which will be password controller, and I will be just providing the controllers to both of the text form fields. So controller, the email controller, and here I will be just saving this, and I will just provide the password controller to the password field, and here is the password controller, and I will just save this. Yeah, now I will just go and perform some checks. If the email controller dot text is empty, so then show some kind of message on the screen. Else if the email, the password dot text is empty, show some messages here. So yeah, else if password dot text dot length is less than 6, then also show some kind of message, else show a print message on our um, dialog or debug console that API is hit. So here you go. Now how can we show some kind of messages um, uh, on our application? So we will be using a package for that, which will be another flush bar. So you can just go to the pub.dev website here, and you will be just searching for the package which is another flush bar, and we'll just search for that, and here you will be getting it at the first, and just go to the installing tab and just copy this and just go to your pubspec.yaml file and just paste it and save it. If exit code 0 comes, it means that your package has been successfully installed. So now we wanna send or show messages from for multiple checks. So for that reason we cannot duplicate our code. So for that reason we need to create our this function in a separate class. So we will be just defining our this function in our utils class. So here I will be just defining my function here. So it will be our void void show error flush bar. So this message will be for our errors. It also requires a build context, and we will be just providing the context, and here title is string title, and the message, what error message should it show. So let's just provide the title and the title. So we will just call the flush bar. I will just save this. FLUSH. So the flush bar is not coming. So let's see uh, what is the issue with this. So here we need to just import the package. So here we are not getting any kind of suggestion. So let's um, manually provide it, which is package another flush bar dot. Yeah, now we got something I will be using here, and I will be using title, and the title will be our title, this title, and here our message will be this message we are getting dynamically. So we will just paste this from here, and yeah, so no, let's just see and just call the um, if the email text form is empty, so show utils dot show header message or context we are getting, and the title email required, and the message, please fill the email. So we can just save it, and here I will be just clicking on my login button, nothing happened. So here we will just give the context, show context, and I will be just saving this. Yeah, email required, please fill the email. So you can play with the flash bar, and you can also design it for and you can play around with this for how many times it should be um, on the screen. So let's just see you guys how can you do that. So we will just firstly give some margin and paddings to it. So for that reason, margin, which will be h and 6 dot symmetric, I guess. Yeah, I will be just giving horizontally 10 and vertically 15, and I will be just giving some kind of paddings to all sides, which will be 10, or so let's give it 15 first. So 15, and the duration should be for 3 seconds. Oh, seconds was 3 seconds, and what should be the position from coming, the error should come from the bottom or up side. So we will be just giving the error message should come from top side of our application. So we will be just providing position here. So the position should be the top, and here with the background color, what the background color it should be. So we will be just going to and defining our color here is static color, static color, and flush bar error color is equal to color dot red, and we will just provide it here, which is our hip color dot flush bar red. And here you go, we are just done with this position. We will set the position offset to 20, and we need some kind of radius to our hair message. So we will be just providing the border radius here, border radius, and the circular, sorry, yeah, circular and 50. And we wanna also show an header icon. On the icon should be the header icon. So icon, icon, icons dot header, upline. So I will be just saving this, and now when I click here, you see uh, email required and please. So we can also provide the custom messages like this. So let's just provide this, the password is required, length lemgth, gth, 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 password length length must be uh, 6 digits, and here you go. When it will go to our health, um, and the API should be hit. So now let's just see. I will just restart it and just test it again. What will happen? So here, when I click on login, see email required. When I type something here, uh, and I will just click on the login button. Now password required. When I enter a short password, it will say length password length must be 6, and when I provide the greater than 6, the API will be hit. So here you go. We have just implemented the login screen, which is uh, all the elements are reusable. So now here's a quick teaser. In our next video we will go beyond UI design. We will start integrating API calls to make our application fully functional. So stay tuned for that. Um, that is it for today's video. If you found it helpful, please like and subscribe for more content. If you have any question or suggestions for future videos, drop a comment below. You can also check out the code on our GitHub repository. Link will be available in the video description. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in next video, where we will bring our app to life by connecting it to APIs. Until then, happy coding.